We're good.
All right, we'll go ahead and call the workshop together for June 13, 2022. We do need to add item 7, approval of zone BR from the planning commission. I forgot to add that in there. So item 7 on the workshop will be updating from the planning commission on the BR, 2 BR locations for distilled spirit sales. Anything else you need to add, or if not, we entertain approval if everybody's good for the previous meeting minutes. May 9th, 2022. Any additions or deletions? If not, we'll add to the consent agenda to the new business. Is that good? Board appointments or proclamations. Capital squash for anyone. The only thing I want to say about that is we talked last month about Dwayne's vehicle. We did get it back, but we could not find nothing. There is a huge shortage nationwide of these, and what we did find, they were so expensive that it's not worth paying that for what we currently have. We also received word from our freighter Ford, which we have most everything ordered from, and so give us an update where we stand on public parks and rec, and one more for the fire department.
Yeah, he called first last week and said F-150s like the Parks and Rec are starting to trickle through. They got a truckload of them, and another one was supposed to be coming with them towards the end of last week or first of this week. So hopefully Mr. Powell, the Parks and Rec's truck will be on it. And then they started on Chief Kaiser's fire department's truck. They're starting to come through too, because he said Walker County and somebody else, their truck was on the last one, so they started building them again. So hopefully within the next couple of months or so, his will come in. So they're starting to get them building them back out and on the way to the dealers now again.
So the days of these fleet vehicles being available are nearly gone because of the shortages. The fleet group emailed all the sales, and starting this month, or starting within the next few weeks, it come out on May 27th. They started taking orders for the 2023 transit vans that they use throughout the state. Then for mid-June, they're going to start the expeditions. And then mid-July, the F-150s. And then for the 2023 Police Explorers and Police Interceptors will be mid-August. And then any Super Duties will be mid-October. And what we're hearing is that we're going to have to be in line pretty quick, or more or less saying we're interested. And the pricing that they're seeing is about $2,000 or $3,000 less than what they're asking at dealerships currently, what we see going.
Yeah, they're saying now they're so strict on them that we have to go ahead and we have to send them a letter that they've been approved and a business card and PO number and everything. They're just not going by word of mouth anymore. It's not Prager Ford, but who they work with, they have to have a paperwork trail. They're not going to say, yeah, they're going to get one, we can get it, the next week or two. You have to have it there before he can even place the order. So they're getting pretty strict on that too.
So everybody we talked to is in this same boat. So speaking of the police department, I think we're going to try to buy 2 more next year. We're going to have to make these orders within the next few months. We really need to be ahead of the game to tell them that yes, we want these vehicles, and it's probably going to be at least a year or more out. At this time next year or later before we see it.
Yeah, it'll be January 23 for them to start building these. They put it in October or July this morning.
So we got to be moved. It's a little different boat, and GSA, Georgia State contract, or not GSA, we have a Georgia State contract, and Prager, we just got to pick a dealer, and they're going to go with the state contract, and that's all we got. we can't bid these things out, because that's usually, Prater comes in as our local GSA, and actually, from the GSA, he's come in a few $100 less, but he honors the GSA as well, so. I say we need to make some decisions next month. I think July was July? Was F-150s, and they'll sell out very quickly. So Explorers or the police interceptors will be mid-August, and then any Super Duties will be mid-October. So that's anything from F-250 and up. I think that's what we'd like to do for the sewer department. We've also talked to Monda. We'd like to do the same thing for the public works and get an F-250 or an F-350 single wheel for them to help you move some of this equipment around. We have one truck that's burgundy extra cab truck that we need for other things. It's about to go. So I asked that y'all think about that tonight. We need to just go ahead, if it is, we need to just put one over. I think Steve had talked about one for interceptor truck for investigations, and then one more Explorer. If it is, we just need to be prepared to start the process and get ahead of this thing so we can get in line. And I think that's how Jerry's gonna put them, as first come, first serve into them, with dates, with POs and all, to purchase and go.
Well, we talked about one truck.
You know, the interceptor truck, exactly what Chief Cotter's got from this, the F-150 police interceptor.
Yeah. For our investigators and 2 more patrol cars, I was thinking.
I think, well, that'd be 6 if you do the first 2. You got 3 coming now, and if you do 3 next year, that'd be nearly your whole fleet besides that.
That'd be the whole fleet replaced in 2 years. It's really too quick.
That's what I'm saying, that's why you ought to just do 2 next year. Then we can get 2 more in 24. You got 6 years of the splosh.
That'd be fine. Put that on the agenda.
Well, that's what we will. I'm just asking y'all to start thinking about it. You can go back and speak and see, but if not, that'd be, because your most newest cars would be the current slick top that Shane Craig's got, Troy's and Steve's. That's 3 vehicles. And you're getting 3 now. And 2 more next year would be the 6, and we may be 25 or 26 till we need to do it again. The other ones should be getting closer to the miles by this. So.
But we got those 2 that keeps tearing up on us. Those 2 have to go.
Well, that's what the 3's coming to replace.
Right.
That's what I'm saying, we'll have 3 coming in. They had to even give us the VIN numbers on them, and the sheriff's office still have not received theirs as well. That's what we're waiting on. This is the dilemma that we're in now. That's why we've got to act now. And if it is, either be prepared, or if y'all are prepared tonight, I know it's a quick thing, but if that's what we need to do, we need to be prepared to either get letters, purchase orders and stuff sent to Prater and be in line. So it's when they pull the trigger, the state pricing comes out, the first one in is the first. If they only give him so many, or we got to start finding. That's the thing.
So we could actually go, say this week, and tell them to get us a truck and a car on the way.
Well, we'd have to approve it first.
Probably we not know that.
We'll have to send some paperwork. But the commission would have to approve it. Because we won't do the same thing for the one we ordered for, what we're gonna do for the sewer department last month. We couldn't find one. Same truck that we bought 2017, we paid $39,000. F-250 was $65,000 now. Now that's not the GSA price. There's no state trucks, there's no fleet trucks. Everything is going way up, and they're just cutting us $2,000 or $3,000. We don't know what they're gonna be yet. That's the deal. That's kind of what we're hearing from Jerry.
Yeah, and it's out of his hands, he's just having to, that's what they're telling him.
Now, this is from the Pro, from Ford Pro, which is state fleet pricing. That's what that letter was to us. Whereas to them, he was contacting everyone that may be over.
Well, if we don't go ahead, we might not get it, is what I'm worried about.
That's what I'm worried about. Same thing with theirs, so
So we take a vote now?
not in the work session.
That's right. I'll give him a sentence.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is what work session is to discuss and talk about this. This is what had come to us by Jerry in email. That's what work session's about. We're talking about our splash items. If the sewer is still wanting to get the one truck, Monda had mentioned the other one, for them in street department, and Terry's is still on the way, and then two more, for, yeah. As soon as he gets them in and gets us in and gets the pricing, we know where we're at. But we've got to get in line and say, yes, we want to order. Now, we can wait till the pricing comes and see where we stand and where we are. That's about the only thing to do. Again, it's GSA, the Georgia State Contract Price. They don't even know what they cost yet. They haven't got the state pricing. Those dates I was given is when it will come out. And there'll be a short window to get ahead of where GSP and DNR and all that other stuff. That's why we got to be ahead. That would be my suggestion. Any other thoughts on that, or what do y'all think?
Takes a long time.
Yeah.
I know it takes a long time.
Yeah. All right, adoption, I did send y'all the current Trenton Day Joint Comprehension Plan. We will have to adopt that tonight in the ground of, we have that agreement.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right there, it's right behind the minutes. This is what was approved. We also did receive information back from, that DCA did go through it, and it did pass. So each agency is gonna have to, county and city to approve the changing and updating of the joint comprehension plan. So y'all should have got an email about it, I think, yeah. Julie Meadows, which was the one that Alex Smith, if you attended the meetings, who, it says the Department of Community Affairs reviewed the Dade County and City of Trenton Joint Comprehension Plan has been approved by the Georgia Department of Community Affairs. All changes requests were addressed. Each local government will now adopt the plan by resolution and complete the planning update process. So everything we done and changing and meeting and stuff was changed and approved by the DCA, and that was on Friday, May 22nd. Everybody good with the joint plan, comprehension plan? Righty. Next thing would be the copy of the intergovernmental agreement. We're going to be looking for a transportation splash. It's going to be a 75-25 split for 6 years. Be additional 1 cent sales tax just for transportation, be $7,750,000. We agreed that we're going to aggregate total distribution and receive 25% of that, and the county will receive the other 75%. This is just something that has to be processed to put this onto a vote for November. And speaking with Commissioner, that would be $1,937,500. That would be just for public works, for roads. And we will be listing, and Mondo, we've talked about this, and we're going to try to pave every road, but that's another expensive cost that's moving over more and more up every year we do it. I know that asphalt moved up another $25 a ton not long ago, and that list is with Tim Weathers and her to get the worst roads listed, as many as we can. And we're working to get what the current pricing to stripe it, pave it, stripe it. And if we have to, like some of the roads now, we're having to grind back down because they're too tall. We're having water issues. And to come up, again, this list is just saying what we plan to do, and we don't know what it's gonna cost, because if it was to vote in the November election and go for it, we got ditching and shoulder repair to be done. We'd also like to look, we've all been talking about sidewalks to the 136 east and west to both schools. That could be another project that it could be upon as well. If we wanted to revitalize the streetscape project and see if any grants are available to help with that and match it with this, that would be another option. So, it's a good time. It's been relieved a little bit of the splost for the paving of the roads, and to do it with that T-splosh. And this is the thing that we would go on to ask the citizens to vote on and try to improve our roads. We've got 20-something miles of road, and this will be doing 2 lanes if we can, fixing the worst first, continuing to do as much as we can with what we got in a 6-year period. Fix our roads if we can. If not, we're matching 30% each year with our LMIG. Doing what we can over a 6-year period. I think we had $400,000 set aside in SPLOST to pave roads in these next 6 years. Right now, it's around $180,000 to $200,000 a mile. Like to enter an IGA for a T-splosh.
She says that we get 25% return to 75.
It's the only amount of most we can get. Yes or no, or
I say yes.
all right. Number 7, Planning Commission. I'll let Ansel update us on that. But they did meet on 2 of the applications for the steel spirits.
We had 2 come in. One will be, one is the Old Larry's Restaurant, and another one, address is 0 McKeg Road right now. It's where they cleared out right behind, right beside Food City on McKeg Road as soon as you turned in. They were both BR conditional use. The planning commission met, they discussed it, and they approved them locations for the steel package sales. Myself and the mayor looked through the applications 2 or 3 times. We even got them just as a courtesy to go through to make sure we didn't miss anything. There was a few questions, but we got it all taken care of. And them 2 has got everything they need to move forward with it. The location's approved and everything, so them 2 locations have been approved. There's one more that came in at the end of last week, but it's in BR, so it'll have to go before the planning commission in another couple of weeks, and we still got to sit down and go through the application. We haven't did that yet, so them 2 for sure has been approved, and we're able to move forward once they come in and pay their fee tomorrow, pretty much, as soon as they can come in.
We're still waiting on their criminal history.
We got it all.
We got it all.
And investigator Floyd went through it for us and signed off on it. There were no records were found or anything, so everything is 100% complete for them too.
So we take the recommendation of the planning commission. One of the members here is Ryan Faircloth, that is available to be here. If you got any questions, but they did announce we approved that. Everybody's good?
you.
All right. We'll go right into the regular meeting. Again, this is the regular meeting of June the 13th, the second Monday of every month, being our regular scheduled meeting. Do our invocation, pledge of allegiance. Step right up. And tonight, I had a text earlier, she is sick, so we think of that. There is a lot of sickness going back around again, the heat. I hope everybody is taking their time. Ms. Eloise had talked about it earlier. We've been at it today, working in some things, and it's been pretty tough. Please be careful. It's supposed to be some record highs this month. Please be careful. Let's pray. Our Father, we thank you for this day, and thank you for everyone here, commissioners, our employees, our citizens, and our visitors that come through here. Be with us tonight as we conduct business of the city. Be in the best due diligence of what we can and lead in protecting our city as we go through. Thank you for everything you do in your precious name. Amen. Salute. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. As I stated, this is the regular scheduled meeting for the city of Trenton. It takes place the second Monday of every month. Proper notice was given last Monday to the local media, and we did post in our hallway. We were a little delayed to get it on Facebook, our website, but we met the legal requirements, and we take effect of that, and that's where we stand. We'll go ahead and take a roll call. Commissioner Powell.
Here.
Commissioner Wooten is absent. Commissioner House.
Here.
Commissioner Norris.
Yes.
We do have a quorum, and we can conduct legal business as this Trenton Commission. We'll start with department reports, and we'll go with Police Department, Commissioner Norris.
The Trenton Police Department answered 1,283 calls for service during the month of May. Conducted 921 business checks. Answered 7 animal complaints. Responded to 4 domestic disturbance calls, 10 trespassing calls, 32 suspicious persons activities calls, and worked 12 traffic citations, crashes, 122 traffic stops were conducted, resulting in a total of 65 citations being issued. Citations for safety violations are as follows. Speeding was 34, driver license violations were 12, vehicle registrations were 4, DUIs 2, no insurance 6, 1 to 10 2, equipment violations 2, fair yield 3, seatbelt 21, unlawful use of wireless device 7, move over law 1, commercial vehicle violations 2, and open container 2, and disorderly conduct 1. The collected fines for May 2022 were $6,886. Total collected fines for 2022 are $76,989.18.
Thank you, sir. Parks and Rec, Commissioner Powell.
All right, the community center was rented 157 hours. Animal control, we had 12 animal control work orders. We had 2 county bites, dogs, so we went out and took care of those. Recreation softball has ended for the season, so that will not be on the list anymore. The pool, we still have a shortage of lifeguards. We advertised, we sent out memos to several schools before school ended, and we've got invitations everywhere for people to come work. There's just not anyone to fill these positions right now. There will be some closings. They are all posted on all our websites and in the paper. The pool is having to close due to staffing on June the 17th, 18th, the 20th, and 25th. This has been posted in the newspaper and it's on our website, so if anybody has any questions, they're welcome to give me a call. This can't be helped. These people that's working at the pool, which you should really commend them, had plans they didn't know that we wouldn't have enough people. So they're going to be taking their vacation and football camp. So,
We may have some more. We had one, he didn't pass.
so I want to ask everyone to please have patience, and I apologize for the pool being closed, but there's several in Chattanooga that are closed this year because they can't get lifeguards. So we're doing the best we can. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner House, Fire and Utility.
I guess I wasn't expecting you to call my name. In the sewer department, we had 37 underground locates, 6 emergency locates, 11 sewer calls, and 1 line inspection. In the inspection department, we had 4 remodels, 3 property review, and 2 new constructions. They completed 8 electrical and HVAC and plumbing inspections, and the 3 on Pine Street, the 3 units that were remodeled, and at 5090 Highway 136 remodeled, those were completed. Fire department had a total of, this total calls for 2021, so 2021, no. Fire-related 11, accidents 4, medical 3, standbys 13, dispatched and canceled en route 48, for a total of 79.
Righty. Street Department update will be Director Tim Weathersford.
We had 56 work orders. They mowed the right-of-ways. They've been spraying ditches and curbs with the racer. They're normal picking up brush and mowing. They went to the shooting range, cleaned up some with the bush axe. On Vanguard, they put 3-inch rocks in the drain across the road to keep them trucks and cars from scrubbing. And patched some potholes. Of course, they had to put the flags up for Memorial Day and had to replace some street signs.
Alex, excuse me, talk about something. Hansel has something that we won't like to show everybody. The air packs that were ordered.
Yeah.
You know.
This was on a grant that he can explain it, so everybody else.
From the fire department, Commissioner House, we'd just like to thank y'all and everybody. We got 13 face pieces to the city and 13 air packs and 26 bottles, because each pack comes with an extra bottle. So this setup right here is probably right around $8,000, but we went in with the county and they're right around, we got them all for about $6,500 a piece, so we was able to save quite a bit of money going to the county, because all 7 fire departments got quite a bit of bottles. These are 30-minute bottles, and it's got some different devices on it, like our other, kind of up to date, like our other packs. When you're moving around, the waistband actually moves as you're working, so it kind of fits on your back better. But if anybody would like to look at it after the meeting or anything, feel free to check it out or get with us if you have any questions. And we just wanted to thank y'all for that.
It really makes a lot of difference when you can take care of your employees and something like
Yeah,
that.
hopefully it will be good for the next 15 years. We got every 5 years we have to get the bottles tested, and then they expire after 15 years. That's why we ended up having to do it. So.
We got the last ones on the grant as well. We wrote for the Assistance Firefighter Federal Grant 15 years ago. This one's the same thing, but it come in way short. Again, all 7 volunteer fire departments and the city in Trenton County and Trenton City, as we consider kind of 8 of us, but we went in and we all had to match. The county ended up using a section of our ARP funding for safety of these as well. I think it's a little over $500,000.
Yeah.
$540,000 or $86,000. The grant was like $118,000, I believe. And then our part of our 13 bottle or SCBA's 26 air packs. They're really nice and comfortable. We're very excited.
Yeah, it's good to have them to think about what they have to do when they go out. So, anyway, thanks to everybody.
If you can see, we put our sticker on the side of the bottles, our City of Trenton patch and seal that we've had for years. That way we can do it, and they're named on the inside. We took a little extra time, and everybody's mask is named as well. So, because there's the same thing everywhere. It's the first time in history that our volunteer fire service has the exact same pack, that don't matter where we go, we can hook up and go. So that's very exciting and time saving. Alrighty, my report, we did have our deputy clerk, start, June 6th. Kathleen Reed is the one that we chose, and she accepted that position, worked out her notice. She's been up and running pretty well, getting started on her court stuff, and we also had a part-time position that we've always held, and we had another applicant that we took and asked her if she was interested, and she was, so getting a little relief off our Madam Clerk, where she can spend more time and do her due diligence on things done. I think the pools, I think at one day I was in here, there was like 18 pool passes were issued. Tickets being paid, they're both working well, so appreciate April and her last few months being run around like crazy from open till there. She was still coming in early trying to get stuff done and stay in evenings, and I told her just do a little what she can and don't overwhelm herself. But thank you. I appreciate the other ladies digging in and learning as well. We've got some training, I believe, coming up in Jekyll for her.
Yes, well, hers is in, LaGrange.
LaGrange. So we got to step through some stuff to get that. So April's got her on a good path and where she needs her the most right now, and then everything will work in as we can. Again, I appreciate everyone continuing to do what we do. This is a tough time with everything being shorthanded, as Terry mentioned about the pools. I think we tried. We still don't have any seasonal for Parks and Rec and all for the Public Works, so please be patient. We're working with limited folks and what we can, and we appreciate everyone doing what they can, and we got to be careful with this heat and what we're doing outside. We'll go into the financials for the month of April. Again, we're going to start reporting a month behind due to the quickness of getting things in and balanced and as well. So April 29th, 2022, general fund balance was $826,380.85. Reconciliation follows. April 2022, total revenue received in for the month is $113,929.14. For the month of expenses of April, we have $185,957.14, so it's $72,000 shortfall. Year to date, for 4 months of services and revenue received in, income received in is $779,343.92. That's 40.7%. Total expenses for the up to April 29th is $673,593.16, and that's 35.2%. So we like the revenue is above expenses. City of Trenton savings account, $127,020.41. Reconciliation follows. ARP funding. We continue to have not expensed anything out on that. We are. We've had, myself and Dwayne, had one meeting with our architect, our engineers. They're getting close to being able to get the first phase of the documents and stuff to go out to meet the federal procurement process and bidding for the first phase of the bar screens. We are waiting for second round funding for this. It's supposed to be another $401,000. If it is, we'll step in with phase 2 of that as well, which will be for our screw presses. Your bank reconciliation follows. Next bank statement is the sewer fund. Current balance is $89,676.95. Reconciliation follows. Profit and loss for the, let's go, April charge for services for the April 2022 was $4,900. Is that right? Got out of signature. I was looking for the total revenue charge for services. We didn't receive a check yet as of end of March, did we?
No, it actually
Right.
come in after.
So it come in after reconciliation or all that, so, we had no charge for services of April, but we had a, total expenses of $46,218. A lot of times that depends on when the check hits us from, state water and sewer. Year to date, January through April 22, currently we're $142,691.88, which is 23.9%. Currently, total expenses for the first 4 months is $156,969.62, and that is 26.3%. We are a little under on that. Next, will be our hotel motel fees, ending April is $105,635.81. Your bank reconciliation follows. Trenton Police Department seizure fund, $2,484.55. Reconciliation follows. Fire Department account ending April 2022 is $243.24. Reconciliation follows. Current 2015 splashed still is $89,859.54. Current 2021 splosh, April, is $274,413.27. Your reconciliation follows. That will be my report and the financials, and I need a motion to approve the financials.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Commissioner Powell,
Second.
second by Commissioner Norris. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All righty, we're going to appearances. Miss Eloise Gass, Tree City, USA.
Well, Tree City hadn't done a whole lot lately. We did get in front of the post office cleaned out, and it's looking good. But we're going to get together maybe Friday and get a bunch of stuff done. We have to get out there about 6 o'clock in the morning, I think.
Be very careful.
Get run over.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Ms. Mindy, Dade County Public Library.
Thank you for having me, Commissioners. Basically, I've got some stats from May because we haven't really collected them for June yet, and I was on vacation all week last week. I just got back today. But the report, one of the big things that we just launched last week while I was out of town was our summer reading program, which is one of the biggest events in the library throughout June and July. And from what everybody at the library told me, we had a really great first showing with our first kids program. There were 135 participants in that program. And we also ran a teen program later in the afternoon, and we had our highest number of teen participants to date since I've been there. We had 12 teenagers come to our teen program, so I am really excited about that. Right now we have 198 library users signed up for our summer reading challenge, which is where they track their reading over the summer to see how much they've read. So we're really excited about the launch of the summer reading program. Collection development, that means what we've added to our collection. We're still in the process of weeding our nonfiction collection. That means, getting the books out that haven't been circulated, that need to be updated. We're still in the process of doing that, but what we added in May, this is so exciting for me, we added 75 children's titles just in the month of May, and we added 60 adult titles in the month of May. So really excited. Every month we are adding new books to the collection, and that's just a prime example of our commitment to doing that. We also just purchased a new 3D printer. We had one of the very first 3D printers out there, and it was outdated at this point, and we were not, several times we had community members come and try and use it, and it wasn't functioning properly. So we just purchased a new 3D printer. It's really exciting. I think that Spencer put up a video of it on Facebook that showed it actually working. So we have in addition to it doing 3D printing, it's also a CNC carver and it has laser engraving possibilities. So it's a 3-in-1. And again, we're really excited about those possibilities. We worked with the high school to get recommendations to purchase this particular unit so that we would be able to work with maybe some projects with the high school students on that. In May, we had 16 programs at the library. We had 4 of our Ready to Read programs, that's once a week. We had 4 children's programming, that's for elementary age students. We had 4 teen programs. We had 2 adult programs and 2 family programs. Our total number of program attendance for the month of May was 269 folks came and participated in programs at the library. That's also pretty exciting for us. Our meeting room, that's our big meeting room space, and that is open to community members. That's open to anyone to use. We don't charge for that. We ask if anybody wants to give us a donation, they can. But our meeting room use in May, we had 8 uses. And we also have study rooms that are a lot smaller, and those are used for 1 to 2 people at a time, up to 6 to 8 people at a time. We had 9 uses of our study rooms. That means people came in, they signed up, used the room. Again, that's a free service of the library. You just, you can make a reservation just so you know that you have the room, but it's a first come, first served if you did not make a reservation. And one of the uses of the study room was the Trenton Pressing had a job fair at the library, and she actually emailed me while I was at the beach and said 2 of the candidates that came to the job fair at the library, they hired, and she wants to do another one. So really excited about that liaison with Trenton Pressing. Our door count for May was 2,311 people came into the library during May. I just took some of these stats, didn't know I could do this. Again, you all know that I'm relatively new to this position, but we're going to track the stats of the public computer usage each month. We had 339 people log into our public use computers. We had 680 prints or Xerox run copies made from the public that needed to use our copier. The one thing I'm not able to track is our fax machine, and that is very popular. We constantly have people coming in wanting to use the fax machine. So I was excited this month to put together some statistics to see what people are actually utilizing at the library, how many people are coming in and utilizing the different services. I don't have any of our CERC reports right now. CERC reports are basically what's been circulated. But I do know that Chelsea, the assistant director of the regional library, is running a CERC report of all of our new books in the collection. She can look and see, because the only, when we buy books for our branch, no one but folks that are our branch members, our branch patrons, can check out those books for 3 months. After 3 months, they can be checked out in the just in the regional system. So our 3 branches in Walker plus ours. After 6 months, that's when they can go into circulation throughout the Pine system in Georgia. So it's really interesting to see how many of our patrons are using the new books that we purchase before it goes out to general circulation in the Pine system. And that's my report, all stats this month.
All right. Lines for today, Ms. Jenkins.
Well, thank you, Commissioners. I'll give you 2 things that we are in the process of still working on, that we work on all year. One of those will be the upcoming Date Expo. Christmas is going to be here before we know it. We didn't realize it's the heat today that Christmas was coming, but it is. So we are still working. Every week we do something as far as promoting and getting ready for the expo in December. The other thing is that we will be participating with the fair. We'll be doing the watermelon eating contest and the hot dog
Oh,
contest
my
even.
goodness.
So please come if you want to gorge out and really,
Where is this gonna be?
at the fair.
Oh, okay.
At the fair. And Eloise is going to be crowning the new queen this year.
Yeah.
Since she's the outgoing queen, there'll be a new coming in queen. So you'll want to come and see her tears as she crowns this new person.
I'll cry because I ain't winning again.
Oh, so those are just two small things that we keep up all the time. You all are also involved with the Dade County Schools Closet Box. We're doing that at the Alliance. And this month, shorts is what they need because they still have kids around. So please, if you can stop and drop some things in, drop a pair of shorts for a boy. We do ask that they be new and that we be able to have them for the kids. The other thing that's coming, it's not going to be until August the 20th, but I think if any of you all have been living in Dade County for very long, you have heard about in the past, there was what was the Plum Deli Clothesline Show, art show, which was up on Lookout Mountain a number of years ago. A lady held that show, and from the last Plum Deli that was held, there was a man named Shuptrine, Hubert Shuptrine, became a world-known artist from that Plum Deli show. So the Alliance is partnering up with Sue Greeley and a lot of the people that are artists in our town, and we are going to be sponsoring, it's what's called the Plum Deli Depot Art Show. It will be for artists. Artists could be jewelry, could be pottery, could be whatever that is a personal art. There are some restrictions on the things that you can bring to the show to sell, but that's all on the internet. It will be held at the Trenton Community Center here. It will be indoors, and there will be some items that can be outdoors. But if you know people who are artists, tell them, because we would really like to give them another venue here in Dade County where that we can support our artists, we can support the history of Plum Deli, and we are really excited about this coming. And these artists that are working on this, William Mack and Sue, have put in hours and hours of time because some of these artists are real picky about how they want these to be, and we'd like it to be that way. So please, keep us in mind as you think about that. Come August, we'll talk about it again in July, but artists like to know ahead of time. So please, share this with people that it will be coming August the 20th, and it will be at the town center. Now, I'm going to pass you out a sheet. It's on the front and on the back, and this is a tally sheet. I had them print for me last year and this year, so you could see some pattern of growth. This will show you the monthly visitation to the Welcome Center. It will also show you the telephone calls to the Welcome Center for last year and those coming up this year that have been in the months of January, February, March, April, and May. Okay, so I just wanted you to have a chance to look at it and to see what's happening. If you turn over to the back, it has the monthly calls on it, but look down at the bottom square where it says 220 residents, non-residents, and total number of visitors. Now, you and I have talked about this last month, about how to encourage residents and non-residents to go by the Welcome Center. Well, look down there. We've had 38, 27, a total of 65 people in the month of May. That is exciting. So we're real proud of your Chamber of Commerce. We're proud of the work that the Alliance has done, and I'll say it another time, it could never be done without all of your support and without the volunteers that are in our community. So thank you, Alex, and hope you enjoyed this.
Appreciate the report, everyone. Any legal matters before the commission? Here, none, any unfinished business before the commission? Not any citizens' participation like to speak to the commissioners?
I would,
Okay. Please state your name.
John Huffman,
Okay.
and I have it written here, I'll just kind of read. Just some city Facebook page and city website and communication feedback to look at. And didn't the citizen participation get shifted earlier at one time so that the volunteers could get in and get going instead of having to wait around for those who are paid to be here? I know at one
We
time
put
it was
before
shifted.
new business as people ask for.
Okay, I just remember it was shifted earlier. And so number one, who is the person who maintains the city's Facebook page? And none of these questions have to actually be answered. I'll kind of see your answer to it by the actions you take, if there's actions. So who is the person who maintains the city's Facebook page? And who is the person who responds when someone messages that page? Because I can message and nobody answers those messages. Anybody asking just gets an auto reply to call City Hall. So we take the time to type out a message, and then we have to take more time to call and then re-ask the same question as in the message instead of the message being answered by you in the beginning with the information needed. And calling is outdated. To keep up with now, it's text and messages. And my emails, for some reason, to the Alex Case government address have not been getting a response. So you may want to check on that too. And to the
This
Sentinel,
is not the county, Mr. Hunt.
I have those emails if you want to review them on your own so you can see the dates and how long it's been with no answer. Number two, also on your Facebook page, the website listed for the city is wrong. So that needs to be fixed. Also on the city's Facebook page, this meeting today was not communicated. It's hard for everyone who uses social media, which is thousands of people here in Dade. It's hard to be involved when the source is not putting out current information. Number five, also, who is the person who maintains the city's website? On the city's website, this meeting agenda was not posted before, so the public could be informed prior to the meeting. If you look on there, the May one is there, but there's nothing for June. Number six, the pool and the civic center are on the city website with their procedures and policies. Those are public buildings, right? Public facilities, paid for by taxpayers. But there are no pictures on your website for those, so the website is not very inviting and less informative than if people could see what these landmarks look like. Plus, some pictures would show some city pride for those facilities, right? Jenkins Park, that's a city thing. Where on the website can I find that information about what's there and the policies and pictures? The playground and the creek should be something that you're proud of and want to show off, especially to people looking to move here. But again, no pictures and not even a write-up. Again, all of this, anybody can look at the website and Facebook page and you can check me out to see what's there and what's not. The city animal shelter, that's a public building, right? Maintained and built by taxpayers? There is nothing at all about that on the website anywhere. No words at all, and definitely no pride. It's almost like you're ashamed of it and keeping it a secret instead of letting people know what services it offers. And it's never covered at these meetings to the public, even though it's a public facility. I know for a fact that there are people who have lived in Trenton for decades who didn't even know that building was back there. And it's a public building they paid for and pay for now. And then once pets go there, where are you posting the pictures to inform the public who is looking for them or who wants to adopt them? Where are the pictures of the animals you have in your cages? How would anybody know that there are animals inside there? Again, like the Civic Center and the pool get their own space on the website, and you definitely need some pictures of those so your information site for it doesn't look so tired looking and outdated and uninviting. But for Jenkins Park and the city animal shelter, you need to let the public know about those and take some pictures and put some energy and modern into Trenton government. If you are proud of it and if it belongs to the people need to be able to see it and know the details rather than see what things are being hidden and left off. Terry, you are the commissioner over both of those, right? Anything you can do to get the things on your watch better coverage and excitement to the public? And can you take it for action to let the public in on what goes on at the animal shelter? Some pictures of the animals, procedure for adoption, anything, something, so that the public can see the current status of what they are paying for. No answers for any of these needed now. I'll get the answers, and they will get answers by your actions if anything gets fixed and improved. Sorry to be such a downer for these meetings, but this has been something that is... I'm sorry?
I don't appreciate you bringing county business into the city.
Which one of these specific items are county? I'm sorry?
You mentioned my county email about getting in touch with me.
No.
Yes.
The email, did I say the word county? No, I'm talking about the city, the website page that lists your email address that I send stuff to. I'm talking about that. No. If I said the word county, then no, this is definitely city and city business, all of this here. And if anybody disagrees with that, then
Any other citizen participation?
I have something to share fun. The Optimist Club, I'm the president of that this year, but we took on a project that we used to do years ago, which was clean up the streets of Trenton. And we talked with Monda first, and we got a good plan in place. Donna Jones, who lives right on US 11 here, set a plan in place. We had people come, I guess it was a week or so ago, we met out front. We had picker-uppers, little things, and we all walked the streets. We started on one end down here at City Hall, started another group down at Moore Funeral Home, and we all came together and went all the way around the square and picked up all the trash. Now, I have a prize for the commissioner who can tell me what was the most common item we picked up on the streets. Anybody? Mayor? Now, Eloise, you be quiet. You've done this before. Any idea? Try some.
Empty bottles.
What? No, it wasn't empty bottles.
Beer bottle.
Eloise? Cigarette butts.
Yeah.
Cigarette butts. We picked up a ton. So I've got me a little camera, and I'm at night going out there and watching who's walking down the street. No, I'm not. I'm teasing. But I'm saying, we enjoyed it. It was fun. It was hot. So the Optimist Club will be doing this on a regular basis for the city of Trenton, and we just wanted you all to know.
We appreciated that.
Thank you. We're
You
happy
can
to
pick up in
do
front
it.
of my house anytime you need.
Okay, thank you.
Throw them out there.
Thank you, Alex.
Yes, ma'am, thank you. Did want to also mention the 1945 days. Londa had asked me to do that, but as Ms. Jane had mentioned, being part of a sponsor this year, we're working with the health department for the food vendors, where some of that was rough last year, but we met with the health department. We have applications and guides that they still have to abide by the public health standard. We have a checkoff list that public health has given us. Ansel's going to be helping with that due to inspections. We do have the public's interest at heart for safety and food, and there is things that has to be done. It's just with new law that was given out for municipalities and city governments, we can help alleviate some of that because it is a not-for-profit event in a short period of time inside the municipality of the cities working with. So thank you all.
Hey, I have something to say. People do need to know where to go about dogs, because I came back from church the other Sunday, and there's a dog laying right up against my door, and I thought it growled at me, and I thought it was going to jump me. It was bigger than I am, and if it had, it would have killed me.
And you live in the county,
I live in, yeah.
and then the first response for that is Dade County Sheriff's Office.
I called 911, I called the sheriff, nobody answered.
When you call 911, they dispatch the sheriff's office, and if they need animal control, the county contracts the city.
So they said, which way did it go? So I said, I think it went to the left. Well, in a few minutes I got in my car and I used up through there and I seen it laying on these people's porch.
Yeah.
And I pulled up there and blowed my horn 2 or 3 times. The man come out and I asked him, he hung his head and said it wasn't his dog, he didn't know, but it sure wagged its tail whenever they come around.
Yeah, that's the things we don't have in the county. All right, new business, we'll consider items of the workshop, approval of agenda, approval of the previous meeting minutes. We discussed the splosh items to start items to be moved forward for the vehicles that we discussed. And once the pricing is given to us, we'll relay quickly and may have to act quickly to see what we got to do to order items that will be issued for us sometime next year for 2023. Public Works, sewer, and 2 vehicles for the police department. Adoption of the Trenton Day Joint Comprehension Plan update. Again, this is just an update. It was approved by Department of Community Affairs, intergovernmental agreement with the Dade County Commission for the transportation local option sales tax for improving our city streets and sidewalks throughout the entire city for up to 6 years. And the approval of the recommendation from the Planning Commission for use of BR zone, conditional use for distilled spirit sales, which will be Larry's Old Restaurant and McKeag Road, where the land is being cleared for the other gentleman that's going to be building a new facility. Anything else, Commissioner? We need to vote on.
Where would anybody in the city, where would they call if they needed a dog picked up?
Let us finish this vote, and we can talk on this. Anything for discussion, or not need a motion for the items read in the new business?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Commissioner House,
No second.
second by Commissioner Norris. All in favor? Opposed, motion carries. I do need to go in executive session for personnel and for property to update the commissioners on a couple things. So I will need a motion for executive session